everybody. How are you today? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It feels like my days are blurring into one, people. No Perry today. Perry's on the work site. Remember, if you don't follow my members only, we've been talking about the craziest flip we've ever done. Ever done. So it's taking up a lot of our time, and it's just bad. Everything that can go wrong would go wrong, is going wrong. So I would share it with you guys, but I was also telling you guys, do you remember I told you that some nut job on Instagram, on YouTube, doxed me? He put a picture of one of my homes up there and went room by room, and somebody showed up. I didn't live there. It was one of my properties, but someone showed up there looking for me. And I feel I'm very cautious now what I show on the internet and what I talk about, because back in the old days, I would have showed you guys the flip. What's going wrong? What's taking so long? Why these permits aren't coming through? But I'm really, I feel like I'm too open with the public now. I'm getting ready to go green screen tomorrow. So that's why. Or I would be sharing with you guys what's going on with this new property. It's insane. It's a lot. And I don't know when Perry's coming back. I really don't know when Perry's coming back. So, but the show goes on. We can't stop talking. Now, I'm talking about politics today because it's getting dirty. Okay. Very dirty. I want to talk about all the dirt that's going on that people don't know about. I predict now that Kamala is running for president, this is going to be the high conscious. This is what I was getting ready to say. This is going to be the dirtiest fight ever. So I had to make a choice today. Do I talk about internet, YouTube gossip? That's crazy. This is at its heightened. I mean, this is bad. Or do I talk about politics drama, which is equally bad? So I'm going to talk about the politics today. And I don't know if I'm going to talk about the YouTube drama because it's never ending. It's deep and it goes on and on and on. I don't know. And I'm tired. I've been tired. But if I don't talk about it, go over to Conscious TV. He'll talk about it. I mean, it's going crazy. It's going. I'm trying to tell you, you guys don't understand the world, the life of a blogger. Y'all don't understand. All right. So today we're going to talk about the politics drama. We're going to talk about Tracy Braxton. You know, their show is returning. It's going to come on August 19th. And they're going to open up talking about the loss of their sister. Now, you could say what you want about the Braxtons, a lot about Tamar, but they were a very close family. And so that's still got to be painful to this day. Then we're going to talk about, Donald Trump, your favorite. Let's just start out with, let's talk about politics first. Okay. I'm saying it here. What's today's date? 7/22 at 3:38 Pacific Standard Time. This is going to be the dirtiest fight of all times. Now, you know, Donald Trump will give you a good fight. He's a dirty fighter. But Joe had things going on. Joe didn't talk about his past. Joe didn't bring up the women. Joe didn't talk about Epstein. Joe was just, I love Joe. And also I wanted to say what Joe did by stepping down was very admirable. It was the right thing to do. I'm sure it was painful, but he had dementia. That's what I think. They never said it professionally, but he wasn't able to do the job that needed to be done. So, when they did the debate, it just wasn't there. But, in the past, Joe is an excellent politician and we thank him for everything that he did. But he just was in no condition to run against Donald Trump. He didn't talk about any of it. So, but Kamala, y'all were mad at me because I kept saying the name wrong yesterday. Kamala. I hope I got it right. All right. Kamala is ready to talk about all the stuff Joe wasn't going to talk about. And then Donald Trump's not going to be outdone. So he's going to go in her path. So what they're talking about today is, this is crazy, okay? They're saying that Kamala slept her way to the top. I'm not making this up. And Donald's side is basically saying that she also slept to the top and she got the job because she was Black. In so many terms. I'm going to start playing these videos in a minute. And then Kamala ain't playing. She's talking about how Donald Trump's names are all over the new release Epstein files, in which a 13-year-old accuses Donald Trump of essaying her. This is going to be the dirtiest fight in U.S. history. It's going to be the dirtiest fight in U.S. history. That's what I said. That's what I predict. But let's start out with the people who say that Kamala slept her way to the top. And let's not start with Candace Owens. That's an easy read. Let's start with Cardi B. Okay. So Cardi B posted this morning, right? It says Kamala Harris got her start in politics by sleeping with Willie Brown. She became VP because Biden needed a non-white female on the ticket. Now she likely becomes the Democratic nominee for president because she slept her way to the top. Now, let's talk about Cardi B for a minute. First of all, not many, some people come out, some celebrities come out and talk about politics, but not a lot of rappers. Maybe the last 6 months because Donald was giving pardons out, selling them to Black rappers. That's the rumors. But besides that, people understand politics is very tricky. We don't really talk about it that much. So, I was surprised that Cardi B came out and said this. Now, first of all, Cardi B, I like your music. You're all right. You are taking a little too long to make another album. You're on the internet too much. You're always running your mouth about you and Offset relationship to the point that no one cares anymore. She comes on and whatever Offset slept on, had an affair again. He's cheating on me again. I'm gonna leave him. Nobody cares anymore. Okay, you are famous for being a rapper, not for being a counselor talking about Offset every damn day. So, I cared in the beginning, but, you kept going back to him. Then what? Girl, if you don't get off the internet and shut the hell up, you just bring trouble on yourself. This weekend, you were crying about Joe Budden not liking you. You always say bad things about me. Girl, shut up. We are going through a presidential election right now. We need you to be an adult. Okay? Stop running to the internet like it's your counseling session. You just need to stop. You're too old for that. That Love Connection guy said that last cycle that Kamala, I went off. He blocked me on X. It's crazy. We got to talk about it. I don't like to talk about politics, but we got to talk about it. So Cardi B has inserted herself in this. Now, I wasn't going to do it, Cardi. I wasn't going to do it. But you, honest to God, you do not know how to shut up. Let us miss you, okay? Let us miss you for a while. Like, hey, whatever happened to Cardi B? We haven't seen her on the internet yet crying. Go make another album. You are famous for your music, not for crying about all your problems. And then you stick your nose in the presidential election. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. People are going to turn on you. I'm already turning on you. I used to like your music, but it's no reason why you shouldn't have made another album by now. And then you want to argue with randoms on social media. So she was crying this weekend because she said that Joe Budden was meeting her, and she goes on to this 5-hour tirade. Then she says, this, what do you call, like a person on the internet was like, well, yeah, she does always cry about this and that. Why shouldn't Joe give his honest opinion? And she called the girl fat, Cardi B. See why you're losing popularity with me? You want all of our attention and all of our sympathy for you and that no good cheating husband of yours, but you going around calling people fat. This happened a couple days ago. She tore her ass up. She tore her ass up. And not only that, I'm getting ready to play the video. The things that she was saying about Cardi B is true. Shut up. Go do your job. What big celebrity is on social media arguing with randoms? Now you want to stick your nose into the political realm? Shut up. You don't want to go up that tree. You know, everybody already telling you, girl, you are not black. Stop acting like it. She just talks too much. I tried to be there for you, Cardi, but girl, you're just so immature. It's just hard to do. But anyway, listen to this. This happened a couple days ago.
I may as well tag Cardi B because I'm finna give it to her like she thinks she give it up. And before y'all start, no, she came and found my tweet after all the tweets that I was tweeting to praise her and chose that one, and she should have stood on it. Now, don't delete nothing because I'm just now seeing it and I just woke up and it hit the blogs. Yeah, you caught red-handed. All that backbiting you thought you was going behind Joe Budden and clearing him for, you doing the same thing. Don't throw no rock and hide your hand, Miss Mamas. It ain't an etch-a-sketch bitch in the motherfucking world who can ever make me feel bad about my body. You done touched everything on you, and you still got so many insecurities because you can't keep your husband at home. You done paid for bitches to get beat up because they want to suck the same dick you sucking. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. It could be 4 stomachs. It could be 6 stomachs. It could be 7 stomachs. At the end of the day, you done sat there and paid for everything on you, and you still insecure. You still cannot keep yourself in the media selling sex, and the sex ain't going nowhere. It don't matter how much of a bad bitch you think you are with them hard ass titties. At the end of the day, what was said about you is correct. Your ass is sitting around trying to make sure you keep your family intact, and your ass is still over here cussing out fans, delusional fans, when you're getting passed up by every single body around you. You call yourself this badass rapper, and you in this terrible ass 360 deal with Atlantic, when you need to be sitting around worried about how you gonna make sure these tracks hit the fucking charts and stay, because even your peers are passing you up. It's no reason why Megan Thee Stallion is on tour right now, came out behind you, and you done did a #1 album, and your ass can't even put out an actual single that stays on the charts longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, what I said was correct, and if it hit a nerve, that's too motherfucking bad. Maybe you need to get in the booth, and maybe you need to figure out how to get some records that are actually going to stay on the charts, and stop cussing out these fans who are kids that like you, acting like you so for your fans and y'all in a good relationship when you act real motherfucking homophobic. When you sat there and told them boys he was a fag, he was a sissy. You got bigger fish to fry, and it ain't me. So the next time you feel like you want to come for me, first of all, you better stand on what you said. You better stand on what you said, because I'm the bitch that's going to give it to you. I don't give a fuck how black you want to pretend you are. I'm really that. Don't nobody look at me and question it. I don't care about your accomplishment, because next time you want to say something out your mouth, I'm going to be right here to give it right back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Cardi B, please take her advice. Shut the hell up. Stay out of politics. Stop coming on the internet talking about Offset. We don't give a damn. You shouldn't care anymore. You let him cheat. So stop crying about it. Shut up and go do what you do best. But there's no reason why you shouldn't have another album out. No reason why you should be arguing with randoms. Girl, shut up and don't get your nose in the politics, especially when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Shut up. Now, I'm a fan, a dwindling fan. You got one more time with me, and then I'm done with your ass. You're a crybaby. You're a sewer when things don't go your way. Shut up and don't get your nose into politics talking about some shit you don't know about. Stay out of it. Listen to the randoms. Let us miss you. Let us miss you. Every time we turn around, Cardi B is on social media talking some nonsense, acting like a teenager. Shut the fuck up. Be an adult. I wish my mother would come on the internet every goddamn day talking about my daddy. Girl, shut up. Now, you are slowly losing respect with a lot of people. Do your job. Go put out an album. Until you can do that, don't be crying when they go around saying that Nicki Minaj is the queen, because you don't work. Shut up. Stay out of grown folks' business if you want to act like a kid. But stop. I don't mean to go off on her. I'm just trying to tell her. Beatrice, don't get me go. You are right. I'm right with you, Sharrell. Like, don't get, you're spreading rumors you know nothing about. Now let's talk about this rumor that Kamala slept her way to the top. Okay, this is old. Been out here for a while. But because this is going to be the trashiest political season of them all, Donald had to dig in her past. Donald is a tough competitor. Okay? The Black community is to be blamed for Cardi B. Oh, maybe Cardi, she's salty. Husband must be cheating. I mean, if you talk about this man cheating on you one more time, I can't take it. I cannot take. He's a cheater. He's gonna cheat on you one more times, two more times, three more times. It's okay. You don't mind. You stay married to him, but shut up about the politics. Okay. Anyway, so this has been out for a long time about Kamala. Kamala. Okay, I don't want to be disrespectful. Is that name? I cannot, the name, I got to get used to the name. And I'm supporting Kamala, by the way. Slept with some guy named, a married man named Willie Brown. And this is how she got into politics. This has been going on for a long time. It's not new news. But if you're Donald Trump, all bets are off. They talk about everything. You better be careful what you wish for, Donald, because you don't have the cleanest background. We're going to get into you and that 13-year-old in a minute. But so they're going around talking about she shouldn't even have that job to begin with. She got that job because of DEI. Now, the reason I do these videos is because a lot of people, young people, they don't have time to go home at night and watch CNN for 4 hours like us old people do, okay? So, but they need to be up to date on what's going on. So DEI stands for diversity, equality, and inclusion. It's when the job is supposed to make a comfortable atmosphere for non-white people. Okay, and it's not affirmative actions, but it's Mel says he be watching for 2 hours. No, I mean, look, that's us old people. I would say maybe 40 and younger. We don't want. Hi, Freddie. The relationship she had with the 100-year-old, y'all are messy. So listen, I've been really busy. I gotta go get back to my reality TV because it's a lot going on, and I forgot all about it till I seen Freddie in the chat. We got to get back to it, but I've been so busy, and they're saying this project is going to last another 4 to 6 months. I did it to myself, but anyway, so they're saying that the only reason that she got the job in the first place as VP is because she was Black, and Joe Biden needed a Black person to come on, so that's why she got the job. Now I'm just going to put it in layman's terms. That's what they're saying. Like, she's not smart enough to qualify on her own. She was Black. Let's see if I can find that thing for you. And they're crying about it too. She was Black, and that's why she got the job. Let me see if I can put this up here. And they're being rude and disrespectful about it because this is politics, okay? They're basically, what's the word I'm looking for? They are salty. They are salty because they were prepared for this old man to run that didn't know, that was in stage 1 dementia, in my opinion. And now they've got an equal that could go toe to toe with Donald Trump, and they're pissed.
Go down that route, you take mediocrity, and that's what they have right now as a vice president.
So are you suggesting she was a DEI hire?
100%. She was a DEI hire. He said he was going to hire, and she didn't. Her record is abysmal at best.
Oh my God. They're mad. They're mad. They thought they were going to fight an 81-year-old man. They're mad. Not only that, Kamala's going to be a threat to them because I didn't write it down, but she has a list of 7 people that she's going to choose to be the VP, even though she's not formally nominated yet. And they're all under 59 years old. And the word on the curb is she's going to do to them what they did to Joe. Now, Donald Trump is the old man. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be dirty. I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be dirty. So basically, in so many words, they're kind of they're calling her a slut. They're calling Kamala a slut in layman's terms. And you know the leader running the pack would be Candace Owens.
Starting to see articles creep out, and they seem like attacks on Kamala. Again, if we can go into our time machine and go back to 2020, well, every time that someone tried to interject the truth about Kamala, which is that she slept her way to the top, it's a fact. She was with some 6-year-old man, got her start in the political career, and they would go, oh my gosh, how dare you say this? That's so sexist. Well, then suddenly on July 6th, the Daily Mail actually published a headline about the fact that Kamala Harris was, thotting through life. And they basically said she got her political start, her political upstart, because she was dating this guy, Willie, can't think of his last name right now. And he was married and he was in his 60s, and Kamala Harris was just a spring chicken. And that is how she entered the political scene. So she was not somebody who was a part of their ecosystem, but they tapped her in 2020 because they were like, oh, like the thing that we always say is that look at the Republican Party, it's so white and there's no diversity. And how are we going to be able to say that if we're running Joe Biden, who has been extraordinarily wealthy his entire life and whose son is becoming extraordinarily wealthy while smoking crack simply because he's doing dirty deals in Ukraine? So what are we going to do? We're going to hire Kamala Harris. We're going to select Kamala Harris to be the vice president. And he's the only person I can think of. And then we can sell. I know that when she was sworn into Congress, she was talking about how she's an Indian, but we'll just sell the people, like, forget the Indian side. Like, now she's back to black. And the streets are talking, ha, 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 ha. And that's what they did. So that is the only reason that Kamala Harris, they literally did not have another person that they felt could be the vice president and allow them to use the isms. You don't like her, you're a sexist. You don't think that she's amazing, you're a misogynist, deep-seated misogyny. You don't want this ticket to win. Is it because Kamala Harris is black? Kinda. I feel like it is. It's because you're a racist. So they just needed her to do the.
Now, am I shocked that Candace Owens is leading the pack? No. That's what she does. She likes to beat up on black people because, for some reason, not every black person enjoys being black. I'm sure in her heart she feels like a white woman. Am I mad that she brought up Kamala's past? No. All bets are off for this election. But you better be careful what tree you bark up, because you want to reach into people's past. So if you guys can reach into Kamala's past, then we damn sure can reach into Donald Trump's past. And oh, what a tainted past it is. Y'all really want to do this? Y'all really want to reach into people's backgrounds and start talking about who deserves to be president and who doesn't? Your boy is already a convicted felon, just without Kamala opening her mouth. I support Kamala. She's from the Bay Area, but it's well known Willie Brown helped her. I did a video on it yesterday. She's half black. Okay. Yes, she's half black, but I'm standing behind her. And you cannot say at this point that she started it. She's only doing what you guys are doing to her. Okay, so it's true. No one's saying it's not true. Am I mad that Candace Owens is talking about it and leading the pack? No. Am I totally familiar with what type of person Candace Owens is? Don't make me say it again. Nobody listens to her to begin with. But if you're going to talk about about Kamala, then you better talk about Donald Trump. Let's talk about these Epstein files being released last week. That I don't know if Joe didn't want to talk about it. Joe didn't talk about it. Joe had a different, set of issues to worry about. And I don't even think they went into Joe's background like that bad. Donald Trump just kept saying he's old, because you could tell something was wrong with him. Now Donald Trump's the old guy with a long history of doing a lot of stuff to people. Now, they're saying that in the original Epstein files, way back in 2016, Donald Trump was accused of essaying a 13 13-year-old girl. Now, if we can go back into Kamala's past, we damn sure can go back into Donald's past. Let's take a listen to this.
What I haven't really seen any stories about. Did you know that a bunch of Epstein files were unsealed? And like the OG files from the original case against him in Palm Beach County. See, a newspaper there, the Palm Beach Post, found what they believe was evidence indicating that the state attorney had maybe intentionally tanked his own case against Jeffrey Epstein. So they sued to get the grand jury files unsealed. That was back in 2019. It took 5 years to finally get a judge who says, yeah, these should be unsealed. And those files told us a lot. It confirmed a bunch of things that we had heard, like the fact that he was recruiting out of a local high school. He would offer these girls $200 for a massage, and then he would assault them during it. Then after, he'd say, oh, you know, you committed a crime here because you got paid. You could be in big trouble. I tell you what, why don't you go back to your high school and find more girls, and for every one you send my way, I'll give you another $200. It also makes it look like that state attorney did tank his own case. He could have brought charges against Epstein himself. Instead, he opted for a grand jury where his prosecutors blamed the victims, treated them as if they were prostitutes, said things like, you committed crimes. This is going to ruin your reputation. Literally gaslit them the same way that Jeffrey Epstein did. And that grand jury, as a result, only handed down one indictment for solicitation. But there was some other stuff that came out in those files. Do you remember just recently, Donald Trump was doing an interview with Fox News, and they asked him about declassifying several files, including Epstein files. Do you remember what he said?
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
What an odd thing to say.
Yes, Bart, that is an odd thing to say. So many of his followers are talking about Epstein and this whole, like, Hollywood elites and all of this stuff. And yet he hesitates when asked about it and then goes like, lots of stuff in there could not be true. Don't want to hurt people. Not true. Well, the files that just got released certainly paint a picture of why he may have hesitated. The newly unsealed Jeffrey Epstein documents have Donald Trump's name all over them. He had been secretly disguised as Doe 174. We had seen stuff from this prior, and Doe 174 was mentioned a lot. And then with this unsealing, we find out Doe 174 was Donald Trump. And before I continue, I want to remind people of something. This is from 2006. This is a good 10 years before he ran for president, long before he ever talked about it seriously. This is not a political witch hunt that was going after him because he was going to drain the swamp and blah, blah, blah. No. This is just the findings of the police department when they investigated this guy. We already knew that Donald Trump was all over Epstein's flight logs, although that seems to be news to Donald Trump Jr. No, your dad was on the plane, and he also brought your 11-year-old brother Eric with him on one of the flights. But the files also included a ton of missed call messages where Donald Trump had tried to call Jeffrey Epstein at home and left a message. In the good old days where a housekeeper had to, take down a call message. Here's Donald Trump calling him. One of the times, 3 in the morning. Some of these messages are sandwiched in between a guy who helped recruit girls for Jeffrey Epstein and one of the victims calling to set up an appointment. They were not passing acquaintances. They were not just in the same social circles. They were friends who called each other and spent time together. And with these files unsealed, I see a bunch of conversations about this, as if this was part of it. But this isn't new. This has been around since 2016, when a woman filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, claiming that she was one of Epstein's victims, and at the age of 13, they assaulted her. Now, you can either pause and read this, or I will post these images to my Instagram and my Twitter. I can't give enough of a trigger warning because what you will read here is horrific. And I should point out, at the time that she was 13 and this happened to her, Donald Trump's daughter was also 13.
Someone's in the chat saying trolls are in the chat. No. Trolls aren't in the chat. You can say whatever you want to say. I really don't care. I'm telling you guys what's going on, how this is about to be the dirtiest fight of all times. Joe is just a elderly man with dementia, and he didn't come at Donald Trump the way that Kamala is going to come at him. I said that name, Kamala. It's about to get dirty. I just watched VP Harris live in Delaware, and her energy on that platform is just what was needed. She was precise, clear, and understandable. And she's not playing. She's willing to go down that road that Donald Trump wants to go down. And I don't know why he decided to do that, why the campaign thought this was cool. They trying to underestimate her. They're underestimating her. They want to downplay her credentials. She's been VP for 4 years. You are a current felon. And this is not taking sides. Y'all know I'm a Democrat. I'm telling you what's going on. Who's saying what? This is going to be the dirtiest fight of all times. Kamala just raised in one day $81 million. She has re-energized the Democrats. If you are a Black person, you should be happy she's on the ticket. If you are a gay person, because look at Project 2025, this is nothing I'm making up. They want health insurance to trans people. Well, why not? If you're a gay person, you should see a little light at the end of the tunnel. If you are undocumented immigrant that they want to bring the military and tanks down the street to take you back, there's hope. So that's what's going on with that. It's a lot of stuff going on. This is about to be dirty, and I said it here first. Now, that's what I do, talk about drama. Why should I not talk about the political drama? It's drama. This is going to be the toughest fight I predict of all times. I wanted to play this for you because right now the Dems are re-energized. Let me play this for you.
Happy people in America right now are Donald Trump, his campaign, and his supporters. They were salivating at the opportunity to run against 81-year-old Joe Biden. Joe Biden's a good man, but Joe Biden is incapable of communicating and making the case against Trump. Trump and his team knew that. They know Kamala Harris can make that case. And they also know that Kamala Harris is going to generate a lot of excitement from young people and people of color throughout this country who just were not really excited and maybe were thinking about staying at home in November. The Trump campaign is scared about this. They will not know how to handle this. And the other point I'd make is he's always going after people, but he's always had a difficult time attacking strong women. This will not be easy for him.
I'm telling y'all, I have to follow it. This is big. This is the biggest drama going on right now. It's politics. Okay? And politics can get dirty. They're about to get dirty, y'all. Both sides. May the best man win. I don't know, Trump. You usually have a sharp tongue, but you can't hide your past anymore. And I think we should talk about it. We should talk about Kamala being with Willie Brown. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the 13-year-old. 13? Got to talk about it. So we know that Trump doesn't want to do a debate with Kamala. He said that if he did it, it has to be hosted by Fox News. Y'all need to debate. I need to hear everybody's dirt. Everybody. I need to hear word for word at a debate, these two going at it. Because a person's past helps develop who they are today. I need to know. I need to know. Am I going to get on here and act like people don't have past? No, they do. And we got to talk about it. I need to talk to that 13-year-old. She needs to come forward. She needs to come forward. You know, the word is that they scared the hell out of her. I think it was in 2016 when he first started running. 2016, she wanted to come forward. She got scared off. I need to hear the skeletons, people. Let's see what y'all think. But all got a pass. We all got a pass. That's why I would never go into politics. Never. And I haven't done anything as half as bad. I've been married for 30 something. I don't have a pass. Like a lot of people on the internet, what they do is they do background checks on people and then they tell their dirt. You want to know why you haven't heard any dirt on Sharrell? I never been arrested. I never had a speeding ticket. I don't even have speeding tickets. Anything in a person's past, especially, you know, if it's salacious, we need to hear about it. I'm all for a debate with Donald Trump and Kamala. I am too. We got to do it. Who cares what Candace Owens has to say about anything? And Cardi B should be ashamed. Cardi B, please just shut up. I can't even be more upfront with you. Shut up and go work on an album. It would be different if you were saying things that made sense, that made women stronger, that, you know, things that needed to be said. But you come on the internet every 5 minutes crying about who doesn't like you and crying about Offset, that man that cheats on you. We don't care. Respectfully. Hillary is a strong woman. He beat her. He did. Have you guys ever heard Kamala debate? So I'm so into politics. I watch C-SPAN. Have you ever just watched her? Also, too, they said that it was Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and there's a third person I'm missing. They took names and the Democrats had a vote. So Joe Manchin from West Virginia, he used to be a Democrat and now he's a liberal. Because he was like a plant in the Democrats. He would always try to vote Republican and not help pass bills. And he was a plant. Then he tried to come over there and get his name on the list. Joe, don't nobody want to talk to you. You go back over to the liberal side and you run as a libertarian, okay? But don't be messing with us. I don't care about who slept with who. I care about her experience with the law and Constitution and views on liberal and freedom and justice. Also, what you're getting ready to hear about her record when she was attorney general, and I believe it's in California, where she locked up a lot of Black people. I want you to talk about that too, Kamala. I want to hear about the past. I want everybody to give an explanation about all this dirt we're getting ready to hear. You too, Donald. I want to know, why you hanging with Epstein? What's up? What's going on? Why does 16-year-old girl said that you tried to talk her out of talking about it in 2016? I'm not voting for Kamala or Trump. Both of them are problematic. But let me tell you this, Alexis. A lot of people are saying that. First of all, and I'll say what I said yesterday, people died for your right to vote. It would be a damn shame if you don't vote. No vote is a vote for the opposite side. And I don't understand the no votes. You have to pick the lesser of the two evils, in so many words. You have to pick a side. That's your right. Why would you give that up? Why would you give that up? People died to vote, and then decades later, you just say, nah, I don't care if you lost your life over voting. Who cares? I don't want to make a decision. Both of them are bad. But this is the society that you live in, and you have to pick one. I think it's sad when people say that. You have to pick a side. It's your right as a citizen, pick a side. I keep saying that. Not voting is giving Trump the win. You have to vote. Didn't you see what happened on the bridge in Selma? You have to vote. You have to vote. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just being real with you. Your ancestors died for that right, and you don't even care. And if it's a bot, I'm still talking truth. You got to vote. Exactly. You have to weigh the two out. You have to. It's your duty as an American citizen. You should be proud to vote. You should be proud for whoever you vote for. I have a right in the United States to vote for whoever I want to vote for. It should be a sense of pride in that. We don't live in a country where they don't vote. We don't live in a country, even though some people want it to be a dictatorship, it's not. And that's the beauty in the United States. We have more freedoms than a lot of other countries. Civic duty, civic duty, civic duty. Okay. One of the persons Kamala locked up was found innocent, but she kept him locked up. I want to know about this. I want to know his name. We need to talk about the dirt. So I'm going to talk about it on here. I want to hear everybody's dirt. But I am shocked that Donald would dig into her past, but everybody needs to be their past. They used to do that back in the day. What's in this person's background? We had to learn about Chappaquidda, remember, from Ted Kennedy. I want to know about a person's past. Sharrell, this is not Trump's rodeo. They've already released the worst on him. They even tried to unalive him. They did. Speaking of that, you know, it was just released on TMZ that it's going to take the committee 60 days to look into the attempted unaliving. Now, people say, why do you say unaliving? YouTube has a voice censor, and if you say certain words, it triggers the video, and you don't get paid. So that's why I don't even take the chance. I don't do these videos, you know, for my health. I make money off of them. So you have to use certain words. Somebody was asking me that. What is this? What's going on since we've been on here? What's going on? Kamala Harris to head HQ staffers. I prosecuted the worst of them, and Trump fits the bill. See, this is going to get dirty. It's going to get dirty. He is not running against Joe Biden anymore. I know a family whose 17-year-old daughter was taken down by a 14-year-old gangbanger, and Kamala helped to get him locked up, as she should have been. Think about the families of the victims. See, we need to talk about that. We need to go over her record. Let's talk about it. Let's give her a chance to tell her side. Let's hear from the victims. I want to hear it all. I don't care. I want to hear it all. Anyway, one more. You guys are coming in. The country isn't ready for another minority president, especially a female biracial president. What about Sonny if she came through during the debates and really surprised you? Keep an open mind. I know you feel that she doesn't have the backing, but let's see her in action. Let's see what she does during this debate. This debate is so important. Even if it is with Fox, that's calculated. Why can't you just do a regular debate, Donald? And the last time, you know, Joe didn't give him any competition. You know, and I respect Joe, and I'm going to say things about Joe that I don't mean. At the end of the day, I respect Joe Biden, and I think he did the right thing. And it's unfortunate what happened to him, and it's something that none of us can control. I could have dementia one day. It just is one of the dark sides of life. And, you know, I'm sure if he had anything to do with it, which he doesn't, he would have hung in there. But you just had dementia. I'm sorry, Joe. Sharrell, Tulsi, who is this? Gabbard brought up Kamala's career as a DA and ruined her campaign in 2020. Can you look at the video on YouTube? I'm going to write it down. We sure can. We sure can. We're going to talk about all of it. Okay. Everybody's dirt. Write this down. Hold on. I sure can. And if you guys want me to cover other stuff, let me know. Because we've got to talk. This is my goal. By the time we go to the polls and vote, you're going to know more than you did if you didn't watch this channel. Hi, Renee. The prosecutor versus the felon is going to be to make Trump lose his mind, especially at the debate. Ain't no one a hoe but Trump. Oh my, it's going to be interesting, very interesting. Folks don't vote now. They may never get a chance later. You have to vote. Donald's not coming out if elected this time. There won't be another election. Our first dictator. That's what some people are saying. But I wanted to talk about this really quick. Oops. Birthday to her husband, Sandy Posey, 60 cents, singer, dead at 80. I don't know who that was. After dementia battle. Dementia is just one of the worst things in life. It just is. Okay, I'm on the roof. Okay, so they're talking about this investigation of the attempt to unalive the president. Something's not right. They still don't have a motive from the, hold on guys, these are coming in fast. Barack is biracial and served 2 terms, myth debunked. He is biracial. Kamala track record as a prosecutor in California isn't the best, especially in LA County. That's why in 2020, she had a hard time in the primary. Now, I don't know where I was in 2020. I don't remember it. That's why we need to readjust it again. 2020 was 4 years ago. I don't remember. I didn't hear any of this, but I need to hear it. Nobody run away from their past. Let's talk about it. Anyway, so something suspicious is going on. Both sides are saying about this attempt to unalive our president. Now, party doesn't matter when it comes to stuff like this. This shouldn't happen to anybody. And according to officials, it shouldn't have happened. They're saying that Secret Service didn't do their job. Some of the senators were coming out today and saying 60 days is too long. They want answers. They want to know what happened. And they at least deserve to know what the motive was. So we got a lot going on today, people, a lot. And I got running out of time here. So we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about it like adults. And then I'm going to take calls every Sunday. And we're going to talk about it like adults, like we did this weekend. Everybody is allowed to say what they want. That's why I'm not blocking people. If you're a troll, I'm going to read it. Everybody deserves to be heard. It's a lot going on. All right, let's talk about this really quick, about people getting sick, and it can happen to anybody. I'm a cancer survivor. My mom's a cancer survivor. Joe is dealing with dementia. I believe also President Ronald Reagan did. Can't think of any other president. It's just something that happens to people, and all you can do is pray that you're not the one. So, like I said, the Braxtons are coming back August 19th, and they're going to talk about Tracy passing away. Now, really quickly, if you are unfortunate enough to have to deal with death, it's one of the hardest things to deal with. I don't know if I could have come back so soon to talk about it, but they did. She's the VP, hard time in primary. Yeah, for everybody. It needs to be a hard time. So let me play this really quickly about Tracy, and then I'll pull comments. Let's see here. Poor Braxtons. Love them. Don't know if they should have did this so quickly. Oops, that didn't work. I don't have it. Let's give it a second, see if it'll come back that way. You guys know I should upload these things before I go on, but I'm always running late. Do you guys remember the days I never used to run late? I'm always running late now. I'm driving back forth to the construction site. It's just been hell. Here we go.
For your birthday in LA. She was telling me, and Trina, she was like, I can't expose her.
Oh God, yeah. She was sick. When she finally went to the doctor.
She went. It's when she
I
came
was in
home.
LA.
Yeah.
And she called me. She said, Mommy, I have cancer.
When Tracy got diagnosed, it didn't seem real at all. It still doesn't. For me, family is the most important thing in my life. I spent my whole life caring for and protecting my sisters, but this was different because there was nothing I could do. I felt so helpless, like I couldn't do anything to save her. That's really hard for me to digest because I was the sick one, not Tracy.
It's going to be real emotional. I feel bad for the Braxtons that pain will never go away. I feel bad for Joe Biden because, you know, ultimately dementia leads to Alzheimer's, which leads to death. It's just a part of life that we have to deal with. I'm always going to feel really sympathetic with people with health problems, especially cancer. That's a soft place in my heart, and dementia. And it's just bad. What do you guys have to say about all of this? Who Cardi B and who Ratchet talking about sleeping to the top? Well, if that's the case, they need to stop. You got to rewind. You missed a lot. You got to rewind. I don't think I'll be watching the show, but I do understand why they're doing a comeback, because everywhere they go, people ask about Tracy and how the family is holding up. Yeah, that sounds about right. I just don't think I could do it. I really don't. Sharrell's World, I would like to know your opinion about Cardi B saying she would rather unalive than be a black woman. Cardi B said that? She has black children as well. What are your thoughts on that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it. So I don't know the circumstances it was said or if it was said at all. But if it was, I just told you guys, I'm like falling out of love with Cardi B. This would be the final straw for me. This would be the final straw. Cardi B's immature. Cardi B needs to grow up. This is not a Cardi B channel. She go to I don't care. Like she's doing things that I don't understand, that I find to be very immature. Why would you say that if you have black children and a black husband? So, you know, I have to see if she said that. If she said that, I'm done. I was hanging on by a thread when I came on today. I am done. Cardi B, you need to grow up. 2025 will be determined the president. Kamala needs to drag them in that issue. I'm sure she will. I don't even think Joe brought up Project 2025. And I'm not downing him. I'm just saying the things that was missing and how it's going to be different. I hope that doesn't come across like I'm downing Joe. She didn't say that. Okay, good. She said she is Afro-Latina and showed pictures of her family. Okay, I'm glad she didn't say that. I didn't see it. I didn't hear about it. Cardi. Trump is trying to shut down all the rights for women's personal health. A lot of people. I don't think Biden has dementia. You don't? Remember, he's an actor. You think he's lying, Gigi? Oh, I haven't heard that. The reason I think he has dementia, he's physically slowed down. So he would come down the Air Force One, down the steps of the plane like this. Then he started moving like this. And he paused, and you can tell he's forgotten certain things. That's why I think, but no doctor has come out and said that he has dementia. Scare tactic 2025. Please do not undermine Kamala's chances, because Alex Warren, she should be the nominee. I don't think I'm underlining Kamala's chances. I really don't. I'm talking about what's going on and how she's got to fight like hell because she's up against a man that there's no limits. Donald Trump will do anything to win. And he said it. Sending healing energy to President Biden during this time. So this is a real political thing, and it's easy for me to forget about the reason why Joe left. And so, we thank you. You're still the president, but we thank you for everything that you've done, and stepping down had to be hard. And what you're going through, if you do have dementia. I want to know what's going on. She said she would rather blank on a table than look like you. Oh my God. I don't know. I didn't hear. I can't comment on stuff I didn't hear. The delegates from each state will determine the nominee. She doesn't get it automatically. That's true. That's true. But she has the support of her party. So we'll see how it goes. Kamala has been working behind the scenes because she knew if Biden stayed in 2028 would have been her turn. Understand it was a strategy. Okay. Well, that's why we got to follow this, find out what's going on, you guys. This is going to be dirty, dirty, dirty. Tomorrow I will be talking about dirty YouTubers going back and forth. It's like politics. I'm in a vicious game, people, a vicious game. The propositions on Project 2025 need to be voted on by Congress. It's a scare tactic. Don't fall for it. Gwen, please come back on Sunday when I'm taking callers. I want all sides to talk. Everybody needs to talk. We all need to know what's going on, and you need to hear from both sides. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Cardi B commenting on politics, about this dirty fight. It's dirty. Anything else you guys know about Kamala or Donald Trump, let me know that. And let's just send some healing words to the Braxtons. We are sorry that this happened to you guys. All right, you guys, I will see you on tomorrow, and most likely no Perry to play our music. So I'll just have to say bye. Bye, guys.